Two, one, and we're live. What's up?
All right, so we have Chris Stapleton here. I got 7 questions for you, so let's get this rolling. So first one is just how long have you been involved with entrepreneurship?
Well, my first experience when I was 18 years old, I grew up with my mom and dad kind of telling me to go to school, obviously, go to college, get a career, start a family, work hard, which was cool. I was down for that. And then I found my parents one night, late night, I like walked downstairs, turned the corner, saw them drawing circles on a whiteboard in front of like 6 strangers. And they were introducing a company, a network marketing company, to their friends. So that was like a wide eye-opening experience for me. Seeing my parents actually start go into network marketing and start a side business. So that was my first introduction. And when I was 18, I didn't even like sign up in the company as a rep or anything. I just went around knocking on doors, trying to sign up people for websites with their company. And I made no money for like a full year trying that. And that was my first introduction into like building business. And then of course, from there, I went on to I started a wedding videography business. I did multiple different network marketing companies, growing up in my 20s. Never really had a lot of success, spent a ton of money, made a bunch of mistakes. And it wasn't until like 2000, 2001 where I started figuring out internet marketing. And now, just in the last year and a half, I'm like full-time online, making money, finally getting results. And we can probably go into a little bit of how that happened here in a second. But that's my short story on entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so it was quite a long process for you then. So it took a lot of years and a lot of learning.
Yes, timing is everything. I think everyone has their moment in time where it's their time. It's their time to produce. It wasn't my time in my early 20s. I had a lot going on, just figuring life out. Was really lazy at times. Girlfriend, chasing girls, working jobs, going to school, just like, figuring life out. I'm at a place now where the entrepreneurship bug is in my brain and I can't get rid of it. It's like embedded into my DNA. I am a businessman and I'm going to be successful in my own business ventures and entrepreneurship. And once I decided that, it only took me 28 years to figure that out. But once I decided that, everything started falling in place and life really started changing. Relationships started changing. I started getting the phone calls that made impacts. I started getting the sales, the leads, everything started coming into place. And I actually made like a deep rooted decision. Like this was the life path I was going to be on. And no matter what happened, I was going to make it work. So
that's awesome. Because I know I've known you, I've been talking to you since before you started having this real success with your business. And I'm wondering to this point now, because I started noticing that big change once you started setting up your marketing funnel and you created Pictures to Profits. So do you attribute the success you've been having with all your leads and your sales to what you taught within Pictures to Profits? Or do you think you would be at this point of your business if you hadn't come across Instagram and made all those trainings?
That's a great question. And I was thinking about that when you actually brought it up before. And I was thinking like, I don't know. I honestly don't know where I'd be. I believe in my egotistical self would believe like I was going to figure it out no matter what. For me, Andre, it was just freaking time. It was time to break through. And I made it. I remember sitting here literally late one night and I was like, I had to find a product I was going to latch onto. And Mark Hoverson, Lifestyle Design Network was that entity that I wanted to like step into power with and market. When I made the decision to like make it work, everything, like I set up the marketing and everything started changing. So I do attribute the success to Pictures to Profits. And the reason why, Andre, I think I would have probably found success somewhere else because I was ready for that. But here's why I think Pictures to Profits was the ticket, because Instagram right now is one of the hottest potential platforms in the world, on the planet. Bottom line, it's growing faster than Facebook ever did. There's over 400 million users on it. Very clean platform right now. So the potential, and I think the platform and the timing of that marketing process and the buying experience I set up with Pictures to Profits, it was just so freaking perfect timing. The circumstances were right there. And I don't know where I'd be if I didn't hack Instagram, because Instagram really launched me into the eyes of top earners like Mark Hoverson. He knew there was potential there, and he wanted to like share that message. So when me and him latched up to create Pitchers to Profits, it was like this perfect storm of timing, of the platform, of energy and momentum and everything. So Pitchers to Profits, I give full credit to. That process that I figured out and I hacked with Instagram allowed me to finally start generating leads and finally started allowing me to like make money. And that's why we're in this business, to make money, to create transactions, to provide value to the world, to provide service to the world, and create transactions that in exchange for dollars. So when that happened, Andre, everything changed. Pitchers to Profits, 100% credit to that process that I figured out and put into the training. So
yeah. So I agree 100% with everything you're saying. And on top of that, one of like the big reasons I really latched on to Pitchers to Profits and wanted to take Instagram to the next level of my way of marketing is because, yeah, like you're saying, it's one of the fastest growing. It's growing faster than Facebook. It's a really clean platform, but 95% of the marketers on Instagram are misusing it. They don't know what they're doing. So it's really easy to come across as the top 5%, come across as an authority and just step your game up in front of everybody else and just skyrocket right past them. That's the main thing I've been noticing. So because of all this misuse and plus just all the trainings in general, I mean, how quickly did it take you to start seeing results once you had your funnel set up and you started really attracting those people to your page?
Well, the story is like when I set it up, I made my first sale in 24 hours. And here's what I want to backtrack a little bit on this question, because here's the deal, guys. You can have everything perfect. You can have the perfect picture. You could be marketing incredibly well. You can have great storytelling. You can have all these things in line. And that's kind of where I was for the first 6 months of my like on Instagram. I was getting really good at that, storytelling, providing content, providing value. I had all these things going for me, but I wasn't making any money. And I think what was happening in the first stages was it was like a freaking perfect catch in an NFL game at the very last minute. You know, you catch it and you're running down the field and you're dipping and diving and you're breaking tackles and you're getting through to the 10-yard line, to the 5-yard line. And then right at the last second, you fumble. And I think that's what most of the people in our industry are struggling with right now. And here's the reason why. They're not selling. They don't know how to sell properly with dexterity and with confidence and with automation and with videos. They don't know how to sell. So a lot of people are out there providing great content, providing good in the world, creating curiosity around their brand, creating energy around even their business model, but they're not selling anything and they're not ringing the cash register because they don't have a selling experience for people to actually step into. Andre, I had so many people, like there's people right now watching this video, they're putting content out in the world and there's people waiting for the next step and they don't have the next step because no one knows how to create a buyer's rush and create an experience to help people step into action and help them buy stuff they already want to buy. There's people that already want to buy your business. There's people that want to step into a leadership position with you. And with everybody watching this, but if they don't have a very strategic click-by-click process for them to actually buy your stuff, you're dropping the ball at the 1-yard line and you're not making touchdowns. You're not creating results. And that's what I think everything shifted for me when I went from just a content provider and a value guy and a storyteller, and I was actually like, okay, it's time to sell. Now it's time to like actually provide real value in the marketplace. I figured out I couldn't serve anybody unless I sold them something because people need their skin in the game. So once I set up this process with Pitchers to Profits, just a flood of sales, flood of energy I made in my first like 30 days, I made like over 30 sales. The sales just started rolling in. And that was kind of like, that's how fast things can change when you have a process in line. That we teach, like click trailing and Pitchers to Profits. We teach a lot of things that help you set up your business in a way that's authentic, that's real, that's cool, that's fun, and people are going to buy your stuff when you guys learn this. So I'm kind of going on a little rant here, but
no, it's good. It's good because it also brings to mind too. And that is such a good point. I mean, you could have the best content out there. Like you could be showing people how to get 30 leads a day using pay-per-click marketing, or how to get this and that on Instagram, how to do this and that. But if you just end the video with, all right, guys, have a good day, you're not going to make any sales. You got to learn like the cold hard, like buy my stuff, but you got to do it in a way that makes them part of the experience where they want to purchase. And building that click trail through the funnel, I find, is the perfect way to do it, because they're voluntarily bringing themselves to the next step. They're voluntarily working their way down, and they're selling themselves on it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think one thing that really helped me understand business and helped me step into my transition and my transformation, I guess you can say, is like there's such a big difference between marketing and selling. I think a lot of people get caught up in the marketing game, and that the marketing game is like creating awareness, being an omnipresent person that's providing value, getting eyeballs and getting attention on your stuff and causing people to take action. But selling, when you step into your power as a salesperson, and I know selling, I don't know why it has a bad rap. It's like one of the most beautiful things in the world because it creates everything around us. Like every single thing that we have is because it was sold to us. Selling is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And like when I stepped into that as like, it's time for me to sell. Like Mark Hoverson told me, Chris, he's like, Chris, you're a good storyteller. You're a nice guy. People love you. You're providing all this value. Like it's time to sell. Let's move some products and let's change your freaking life. It's time. And when I did that, like I stepped into that power, that's when everything changed. So there's a difference between marketing and selling. Don't forget that that's why we're here. This is why we're here, to create life-changing income, to help people step into their creativity with new products and new ideas and new information. The only way they get that is if they pull out their credit card and they invest in their education. And being able to sell and help people step into that decision is so awesome. And that's why you're here, Andre. That's why the people that are watching this video are here, because they're right on that tipping point of making a decision that can change their life forever. And if you're watching this video, you're not here by accident. You're here on purpose. And you could be watching anything right now. You could be watching Dexter. You could be watching Breaking Bad. You could be watching NFL game. Doesn't matter. You're here now because you want to change. You want to break through. And you're in the middle of the experience right now. So you're right on the tipping point. So I love it.
And this is an awesome time to bring this up, because I feel like the big change people want to make and have that breakthrough, the whole difference is between the selling and the marketing, like you were saying, but people have this whole like cloud of ideas about what selling really is and how difficult it can be. And well, I don't really have the chops for that. I don't have the experience. And it really comes down to what Mark was saying at one point, that there's no such thing as a good marketer. There's no such thing as a good salesman. There's only trained and untrained. So what it all comes down to, what I'm trying to get at, as far as Pictures of Profits go, Dexter, all the other trainings within LDN, everything we've created for Instagram, is it laid out fairly simple, like if people can understand it and run with it, or do you may make it complicated and a lot of critical thinking involved to make it work?
One thing, Mark looked at me in the eyes and I grabbed his hands around my shoulders, and before we pressed record to make this product, he said, Chris, we are not allowed to tell them anything without showing them exactly how to do it step by step, click by click by click. We are not allowed to tell them how your funnel worked and how your sales process worked without actually showing them a picture or a video exactly of the process. So Mark actually eliminated any kind of creative burden on the buyers of this product, and he actually exterminated any kind of fluff or hype from the product. I wasn't even allowed to show you guys or tell you guys how it worked. I actually had to show you. So we show you click by click by click how to set up a process that takes people from a complete stranger on Instagram to a happy paying buyer in 10 to 12 hours. And we show you how each click works in the process. And when I say click, guys, I show you a 12-click process that I've converted over 60 buyers in just the last few months. It's created thousands and thousands of dollars for me so far. And we actually show you the 12-click trailing funnel. So we go from the like of the picture to the submitting of a of a product, like an actual purchase. We show you each process step by step, take out all the creative burden. We don't allow you guys to kind of wander off and figure stuff out, because what we wanted is we wanted people to step into this product and walk out with actual, real, tangible results, tangible, practical takeaways that they can apply and get results right away with their business. So we've had people like Tim Allwell step into the scene and immediately start popping sales within the first week. Andre, you're creating a system. You stepped into this Pitches to Profits course and you had a funnel created within like a week. People are stepping into this thing. Tyler DeShiro, same thing. He's created sales out of nowhere. This stuff works, and we don't allow any kind of like hairy-fairy, wishy-washy concepts where like we don't teach you theory here. We actually teach you step-by-step systems and processes that work, that are proven to work. We show you how to create a buying experience that works on Instagram. So that, I hope that answered your question a little bit, Andre.
Yeah, no, that completely did. So what you're saying is someone who is completely brand new, like next to none experience, is only just thinking about entering the internet marketing scene, would they be able to take Pitches to Profits and run with it if they put in the required work?
Yeah, I believe so. I think anybody can do this stuff. I think most people won't. Most people are going to, what most people do, and this is just the harsh truth. I'm not trying to scare you guys or scare you away. I want to empower you, because to make money in this industry, you don't have to do much. You just have to do a little bit more than everybody else. And that's the raw facts. Most people buy stuff online. Most people buy products. They watch it. They get a little buyer's rush. They get a little high from purchasing. They watch a few videos. They feel like they're growing, and then they stop and they don't apply it. That's just the raw facts. The raw facts are most people aren't going to do anything with this course. If you're watching this right now and you want to change your life, you want to change your business, you want to insert some lifeblood into your momentum and into your energy and into everything you've got going on in your life, watch the first video of this course and go apply it. Just the first video. Just the first video, and you will go get results. And I'm not even talking about the other 4 hours of this course that are going to teach you the technology that we use to set up and automate your Instagram processes. I'm not even talking about how to like create the perfect picture on Instagram. I'm just talking about how to create content, how to be a storyteller. Just take that little part of the training and go apply that, and it'll change your communication, it'll change your leadership, your influence in the marketplace, everything. So do I believe you can do it? I 100% believe you watching this right now have the power to change your life with this one course. This one course is all you need. You don't need to buy the whole world. You don't need to think of it. You don't need to understand everything's perfect. This is all you need. Pitches to Profits. You step into that, you go apply it, and it will change your life. And I'm not trying to get preachy on you guys, but hey, most people here, most people in this industry don't do much. And I've noticed, guys, I've kind of like stepped into more visibility and more leadership and more influence in the industry, I guess you can say. I don't like that word really, but in the community and in the internet marketing space. And it's just because I'm doing a little bit more than like 95% of everybody on the internet doing home business, internet marketing, affiliate marketing. Just doing a little bit more, and I'm making money, making thousands of dollars. I just had a $500 commission. From Instagram just the other day, Andre, I don't know if I told you, I had a $1,200 sale pop that
really
was from Instagram. So that was a complete stranger that found me on Instagram, went through my funnel, went through my process, got integrated into my community, into my team. And Sari from Canada just purchased a $1,200 product from me the other day. I created a $500 commission out of thin air. So I think anybody can do this stuff. I'm not anybody special. I'm a regular guy that figured out a little bit of how to market on Instagram. I went and created a cool little course, helped a few people, and now lives are starting to kind of change in my space, and it's a beautiful thing. So get in there, guys, and go through this stuff, because it can change everything for you.
Yeah, so remember, guys, it's only $37. That's less than a cup of coffee a day, and a few of you even have a few cups of coffee. So it's literally less than what you spent on coffee, and this is of a huge value. We've had people completely turn their business around with this kind of thing. Chris, mine, we were talking about Tim, and we were talking about Sri as well. We've had a lot of people go through this, just start getting those leads, start getting those sales, and it's not even just about that in general, but it's the fact that they can now move confidently in the marketing space and know that they're going to have a step-by-step process set up where there's no questions. They're not thinking in the back of their mind, oh, is this going to work? Am I going to make any sales? Like, because a lot of people, they just go out, they go on Facebook, they message a bunch of random people, and you're always going to have a different result because people are always going to respond in different ways. And the funnel is a way for you to really just tie a knot so you know exactly how everything's going to happen. There's no creative burn to it. You set it up, you know it's going to work, and you don't have to worry about if you're going to make any progress with it because it's a proven strategy. You set everything up in a way that you know that people are going to gradually, on their own accord, go down the funnel and end up at the purchase point. So guys, it's $37. Go through the application form. If you're somebody that I see is taking your business seriously enough, you want to go through this, you want to start setting everything up to get those leads and sales, I'll get back to you on Instagram within 24 hours with a direct video message, and we can get you set up rolling within 30 minutes. So guys, with that being said, thank you, Chris. It was awesome talking to you. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. See you guys inside.